Hi, my name is Amdati Okefishola. I am going to be reading today the seventh law of boundaries, which is the law of proactivity. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm going to be reading this book, Boundaries, by Dr. Henry Cloud and Dr. John Townsend. So here we go. The seventh law of boundaries, which is the law of proactivity. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Paul says the wrath and sinful passions are the direct reaction to the severity of the law. Romans 4:15, 5, Romans 5:20, Romans 7:5. In Ephesians and Colossians, he says wrath and disillusionment can be reactions to parental injustice. Ephesians 6:4, Colossians 3:21. Many of us have known people who, after years of being passive and compliant, suddenly go ballistic, and we wonder what happened. We blame it on the counselor they are seeing or the company they've been keeping. In reality, they have been complying for years and their pent up rage explodes. This reactive phase of boundary creation is helpful, especially for victims. They need to get out of the powerless, victimized place in which they may have been forced by physical and sexual abuse or by emotional blackmail and manipulation. We should herald their emancipation. But when is enough enough? Reaction phases are necessary but not sufficient for the establishment of boundaries. It is crucial for the 2-year-old to throw the peas at mommy, but to continue that until 43 is too much. It is crucial for victims of abuse to feel the rage and hatred of being powerless, but to be screaming victim right for the rest of their lives is being stuck in a victim mentality. Emotionally, the reactive stance brings diminishing returns. You might react to find your own boundaries, but having found them, you must not use your freedom to indulge the sinful nature. If you keep me if you keep on biting and devouring each other, watch out or you will be destroyed by each other. Galatians 5:13, Galatians 5:15. Eventually, you must rejoin the human race you have reacted to and establish connections as equals, loving your neighbor as yourself. This is the beginning of the establishment of proactive instead of reactive boundaries. This is where you are able to use the freedom you gain through reacting to love, enjoy, and serve one another. Proactive people show you what they love, what they want, what they purpose, what they stand for. These people are very different from those who are known by what they hate, what they don't like, what they stand against, and what they will not do. While reactive victims are primarily known by their against stances, proactive people do not demand rights, they leave them. Power is not something you demand or deserve. Power is not something you demand or deserve, it is something you express. The ultimate expression of power is love. It is the ability not to express power but to restrain it. Proactive people are usually able to love others as themselves. They have mutual respect. They're able to die to self and not return evil for evil. They have gotten past the reactive stance of the law and are able to love and not react. Listen to Jesus compare the reactive person who is still controlled by the law and others with the free person. You have heard that it was said, eye for eye and tooth for tooth. But I tell you, do not resist an evil person. If someone strikes you on your right cheek, turn to him the other also. Matthew 5:38 to 39. Do not try to get to freedom without owning your reactive period and feelings. You do not need to act this out, but you do need to express the feelings. You need to practice and gain assertiveness. You need to get far enough away from abusive people to be able to fence your property against further invasion. And then you need to own your treasures you find in your soul. And then you need to own the treasures you find in your soul. So thank you so much for watching. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow for the eighth law. Bye.